Now, sir, you have been the author of the model curriculum. What do you feel? What is that should be done? Is it all right curriculum which we are really providing to the students as of now in the present day context of COVID and after that? Or will it require some change in the context of the COVID? Because I remember that this model curriculum has been before the COVID era.
Right.
Now, do you feel there's any change required as of now? We should need to change it. What are your views, sir? How do you feel about it?
I think the curriculum, model curriculum, which was developed and basically presented to the all the schools in January 4th, 2018. Precisely, it was released by then Education Minister. But today, if you look at the COVID, of course, model curriculum, larger extent it is applicable, but there need to be some changes one has to do. Revision is required. In the model curriculum, our focus, even prior to COVID, our focus was, two aspects. One is the Indian ethos and contextual leadership. So Indian ethos and contextual leadership today play a very important role in post-COVID. But before COVID, we brought these two aspects in the model curriculum. Now, somebody may ask Indian ethos, what is in that great? So Indian ethos means, if you look at the great traditional knowledge, particularly management knowledge available in India, in various forms, it may be available in Vedas or by the practice of different kings. If you look at all those examples, even if you take any example of, I am sitting here in Trichy, Raja Rajeshwar Chola, he was one of the greatest king of kings, and Cambodia, biggest temple in the world built by him, Vishnu Temple, Cambodia. So if you look at internationalization he practiced in those days, or if you go to Maharashtra, Shivaji, again from zero he became a great king of the country. So all these people, they gather the traditional knowledge and they became expert as a strategist, as a kings. They did because it was a contextual knowledge. Because in India we believe in context and Western world believes in concepts and models. The moment if you go to the European and American education, management education, we largely practice that one in India till today. They say BCG matrix, SWOT analysis, and this model, 7 Ps, 4 Ks, or 4 Ps and 7 Ks, all those kind of concept and model they bring. But in India, sixth sense, intuition works, and within no time you make a decision and we succeed. And that is what the earlier kings used to do, and how the sixth sense comes into picture. How you make a decision based on what? Decision is made based on the knowledge generated from the traditional historical Indian knowledge. So that used to come by the parenting in olden days. Today it is not happening because of, both parents are working and there is no joint family and all. Earlier grandparents used to teach the kids. So that is how that knowledge used to come. This is how traditionally contextual leadership was very strong in Indian system, and today it is slowly going away. But still in our DNA it is there. That is how, if you see the example of 2008 financial crisis, entire world suffered. Many companies in UK and America disappeared, but India went strongly ahead in increasing the salaries in private, as well as sixth pay commission was implemented by Government of India. So this is because of our traditional knowledge, and we introduced that Indian ethos. And contextual leadership means our Indian cases should be taught. Akshay Patra, ITC Chopal or Tata or L&T kind of great companies, our own traditions, those build the contextual leadership. Contextual means context will change the moment you disrupt. This COVID-19 itself is the best example. It has changed the context. Now you have to take a decision. The moment digital technology comes, it will disrupt. Context has changed. So context is changing like water is, the river is changing its path. So in this context, the contextual leadership, Indian traditional leadership plays a significant role. And these two were the focus of model curriculum. Our cases should be Indian cases should be used. So because it is contextual and it is relevant to the present one. So these are the focus. If you look at the courses like marketing and many courses we use Phillips Kotler kind of books. They may not be relevant in a larger extent to Indian context. So that is where lot change need to be done in the model curriculum, because the contextually we have to make the curriculum relevant to the context. So unless you don't bring the relevance, then you are not going to succeed. So that is how the model curriculum is given, but you can always keep on improvising, adding, and you have to bring the relevance so that you can always remain present. So that is where it is important you keep on modifying and using it instead of keeping model curriculum as a static. And one I think another one important thing is, till now we just adapted from Western. Now the time has come, entire world should adapt from India. They should use from India, and that is what going to happen when India will take a leadership. And that is where we all should modify, reform, and bring the changes in the curriculum with reference to your institution, business schools, vision and mission. You should keep on modifying the model curriculum. Then only we can bring the relevance, we can remain present, and we can challenge this competitive and fast changing world. Because you have to teach the student, and basically you see students have to enter into the journey of the business world which it has not yet born. Because the moment they graduate, something new will come and which was not taught to them. And we have to prepare the leaders to the business world which has not yet born. And that is where model curriculum or whatever the curriculum, we have to keep on changing. We should keep on changing. Then only we are going to be relevant.
Thank you, sir. I think it's a very interesting point you are making about the model curriculum and the changes which are taking place.